Most of the time, being a chef is very hard work. Long hours, the intensity, the pressure of running a business. You have to be really passionate about food and making people happy. If you're lucky, it doesn't feel like work at all, because you're doing something you love and sharing it with others. Every year, I invite a few friends and colleagues to the Cayman Cookout, a small festival I host in the Caribbean, where I get to relax a little, have fun, and most importantly, get inspiration from my fellow chefs and hopefully inspire others as well. Of course, it's still work, if you can really call it that. The job of the chef is different than most people think. It's very hard work, and it's not just about the food. There's the front of the house, the back of the house. There is an army of people all working together to deliver an exceptional experience. On top of that, you have to run a business as well. Today, part of the job also means going on the road, promoting your restaurants, and doing festivals. I am fortunate to have a restaurant here at the Ritz-Carlton in the Cayman Islands. It gives me a chance to work with a different culture and cuisine. Every year, when it's really cold in New York, I invite a few of my friends who are also chefs to come down and share their knowledge and inspiration with each other and people who love food. We trade stories, ideas, and squeeze in a little fun.
I'm here in the Cayman Islands because you are a guy that...
I love you already.
You're great, and used to be around you are always very inspiring. But the truth is that, come on, you invite many chefs, we are all friends. We love to be one with each other. We love to have fun, but also we like to cook together once in a while.
Yeah, and it's a learning process too, because I think each time we go to a festival, we learn from each other. I mean, I'm going to see what you do, you're going to look at what we are doing and so on, and it's an enriching experience.
Well, yesterday night I had a great dish at Blue, your great restaurant here in the Cayman Islands.
Yeah, but that was...
tuna with the foie gras.
Yeah, but that was a different...
What's unbelievable.
No, thank
you. It was
you.
sensational.
But it's a different... I mean, it's out of the festival, but it's part of, you're right, it's part of the lifestyle of the chefs. We go to festivals, we interact, we eat in other places, and then we cook together.
I mean, come on, you and Anthony, you are cooking, and I know you're doing beef, which this beef is unbelievable.
No, it's really good, actually.
But the best gift I can do to you for hosting all of us here in the Cayman Islands is to give you my closest, my most unique possession.
And tomorrow, El Jabugo.
And tomorrow El Jabugo.
Well, so we have to slice a piece because I would love to try.
Let's go.
Can we have? Okay, let's get a good knife.
This pork is so fatty because the acorns.
Yes.
That in the moment you put it on the grill, take a look.
The flames coming.
The flames because the fat is used falling over.
Let me get the beef out of here.
Take a look at this.
Oh, what is that?
Black olives.
And you're gonna put it on a pork like that?
Yeah. We have a bottle of wine. What is the wine? Here.
From Spain?
No, come on, it's French. Go to Ron.
Okay, let's go. Watch out your pork. Oh my God, we have a fire.
You see?
Thank God I was here.
Yeah, because the French are here, we're safe. Yeah, right.
Of course, we're having a good time, but I also have a job to do.
Welcome to the second annual Cayman Cookout. How good is this? How lucky are we? And we got the first perfect day. I'm Gail Simmons from Food and Wine Magazine. You are in for a treat today. chef and owner of Le Bourdain in New York, as well as Blue here at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, which is sometimes referred to as Le Bourdain on the beach, Chef Eric Ripert. Yes, round of applause.
So we have a beautiful day. I can't believe it. It's like, it's really nice. So I have decided today to do a recipe inspired by the Caribbean and inspired by Cayman Islands as well. Although I took a lot of liberties and created my own fantasy of Caymanian specialty. I'm going to... Dean.
They said that you needed some help.
Dean, you come too late.
So, I'm too late.
Dean is my good friend from Texas.
Hello,
and
everybody.
He's an amazing chef.
Okay, we'll see you all this afternoon.
Absolutely, you have to go see. I don't know what you're doing, Dean, but they come see you. Dean, it's the second year that we are doing the cookout in Cayman Islands.
Yeah, my third year on the same month because 3 years ago, right after I opened the restaurant, I needed a break and came down here in January.
I'm very excited where we have chefs exchanging ideas. Tasting the food of each other and
oh, absolutely.
I think this is really inspirational for all of us to do those events. It's a little work and a little play. Does it inspire you to be in contact with all the other chefs?
It can, you know, especially when you have the opportunity to go out to dinner and see new things or new ingredients, you know, that sort of thing. I mean, usually I try to parlay it into whatever trip that we're taking. Part of it becomes vacation, part of it becomes work, you know, and try to separate the two. And usually on the vacation part, you know, we find some amazing restaurants and interesting markets and that sort of thing. So.
When you go to those conferences, to those festivals, to having exchange with chefs, do you have a goal in mind? Are you looking to bring back something, or is it just instinctive, like you want to go share and
I just hope my dish doesn't suck.
So you really like going with a focus for your dish, but at the same time you have a surrounding around you. You have a lot of other people working in different styles, thinking different.
Right.
Is that?
It's an exchange of ideas that you learn, and just talking to these guys.
Does it confuse you to learn so much, or you really want to stay in your world and then learn a little bit, but not too much?
I'm in my world before I get there, but when I'm there, I want to execute.
Yes.
You know, and no matter what, you got to execute the food. No matter how brilliant the recipe is, if the cooks can't execute the food, it's gonna suck. Yes. I just want the food to execute well, but I love being in an environment where, you know, watching different chefs, like this chef Inaki Aispitarte, you know, he's the chef at La Chateaubriand in Paris. Just watching him he's so intuitive in terms of what's available and how he's going to work with something. And watching that, I was like, my God, this guy's awesome, you know? It's so refreshing to watch somebody just sort of off the cuff making something beautiful and delicious.
Yes.
And then at the same time, contrasting that to someone, say like Albert Adjia, who you would think is off the cuff, but he is.
Albert was the brother of Ferran, who's the pastry chef.
But he was also the creative director at LBD for a long time. He's so methodical in terms of, he's creative. You know, that guy's created more dishes than anyone I can ever think of, right? But watching him trying to perfect this dessert over and over and over again, he got up in the morning like 7, 8 in the morning for 3 days in a row. And he retired.
So it's an obsession.
And it was just like over and over. Like, I got to make this dish again and then again. And it was fascinating just for me to watch somebody who's at the top of his game, push, 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 not good enough yet, not good enough. So it's this weird environment. Well, not weird, just a wonderful environment. And I'm very lucky to sort of be part of that and to see it.
Yes.
So.
Well, I think what is very important sometimes is not necessarily the end result, but the most beautiful thing is the search for it.
Yes, exactly.
Being a chef is like being in a club.
It's good. It's even good to have been a chef, because to me, maybe it's like being in the mafia. You're part of this, well, in the sense that you're part of this subculture.
Yes,
that you're always able to, no matter where you are in the world, celebrity chef or not, chances are you're able to reach out and find a brother or sister in the business who will look after you.
Absolutely. The industry is a small world and it's very tight. And we socialize in between chefs. Our line cooks socialize. I mean, it's like a family, and it's true that we have a kind of an underground life as chefs. I can't wait for the grill. The
Oh yeah,
Calico
you're
Jack.
working.
No, you're working.
Yeah, but you're working it too. I only agreed to do it if you got in there and grill some meat also.
I'm with you, and I take one side of the grill, you take the other side. Okay, now I want to see the slice because he's bragging about the slicing. Okay, I'm ready. He's good. He has the style. Okay, that's one mine. And what happened with the shallots? You're supposed to put raw shallots.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about those.
No, not only with slicing and putting shallots.
You're garnishing.
And
You're
fries,
doing the shallot thing.
we're doing the shallots too.
Yeah, because yeah, apparently that was a bad idea. Whoa. You're making me nervous, chef.
Don't slice yourself.
Yeah. Oh, come on, that's bad karma, man. That's
I must say,
yeah, let's just forget him.
he hasn't done it in a long time, I'm sure. However, he hasn't lost it. It is good. It's good. So I'm going back to my corner because I want to compete with him. But you're on the right line. It's okay. You're safe.
After a busy week, I like to get away and take advantage of the incredible experiences the Cayman Islands have to offer.
So we are in Cayman Island, which is a long, kind of like a half-moon, very narrow island.
It is. It's got a big U shape. So this body of water here is the North Sound.
Stingray City, it's an area in ocean where you go by boat, and about 25 minutes, half hour later, you end up on the sandbar, and you can get out of the boat, walk, and the stingray come at you, and it's when you can play with them, and they are extremely friendly and playful. And it's one of the main attractions here is to go and play with the stingray, which is a miracle. You're playing with a wild animal that's so friendly toward us, right?
It's one of the only places in the world you can go and actually interact with the wild animals in the wild.
Stingray City is basically a big sandbar.
It is. It's a natural sandbar.
It's natural.
It's natural, and it's shallow. So in some areas you can stand and you're only in waist deep water, which is amazing because you're standing and you look around and 360 degrees all around you, it's all water.
Where do you see wild fish playing with human beings and they're just going back to the wilderness like that after playing with you? And I have the illusion that they come and hug me. I don't know if it's because they really do it or it's because they have large wings. But we can see them right here, Thomas.
Oh yeah, here they are.
We have some. We have one here and one here. They're very close to the boat. If I understand well, the male is the smallest one.
That's true.
And the female is the largest one,
yes,
right?
The larger ones are the females. They can get up to 6 feet wide.
6 feet wide.
6
right here. It's amazing. And they're coming so close to the boat. They heard the engine, I guess, and they're ready to have visitors, even early in the morning. Okay, so we're gonna jump or what? Here we go. She's caressing me already. Can I grab them?
Of course. So you want to be gentle?
So you keep her in the water, right?
Yes. So when you hold her, you want to keep your knees bent.
Knees bent.
Keep her in the water.
Yeah.
And then you want to keep your arms wide.
Yeah.
And so just hang out with me.
Okay.
So if you want to come behind me.
Yeah. And grab her. How do you grab them from the bottom and lift them up?
Well, I wait for them to come up to me.
Come up to you?
So when they come up to about water level, yeah, I just scoop underneath them, and you really want to keep your arms very wide.
Oh.
There you go.
Like a dance. This is a fantastic experience. It doesn't get better than that. I mean, look at them. They're so friendly. They're coming at us. They're playing. You can even kiss them, and supposedly you have 7 years of happiness after giving them a kiss. Wow. That's one of the most powerful, amazing experience I ever had with nature.
I hope everyone will have in his life at least once. Long time ago, chefs were in their kitchen, and it was very difficult for them to get out of the kitchen and travel and visit and explore and have fun with other chefs. In our life today, the chefs are getting out of their kitchen very often, and as you can see in Cayman Islands with the cookout, all the chefs are playing in the kitchen, cooking, interacting, learning from each other. On the morning, I was actually giving a class where we were making a snapper with a curry sauce. And I would like to share with you that curry sauce and snapper dish because it was such a success. People were very happy with it, and I think it's an easy recipe that can bring a lot of sun into your kitchen. So we are going to start with some shallots, and I'm going to slice them very thinly. And the shallot always bring a little bit of sweetness to the sauce, richness as well. So the shallot is almost ready. I'm going to use a little bit of vegetable oil. We are going to add, under medium heat, the shallots. I'm going to slice some garlic. Same thing, I slice the garlic very thinly. First of all, to have a lot of flavor from it and to speed up the process of making my sauce. And the garlic is going into the pot too. So we are going to start to cook the shallot and the garlic. At the same time, I'm going to put the curry because I'm going to extract a lot of the oils coming from the curry powder by heating it, toasting it with the vegetables. So I'm using some of the curry here. And the curry is a mix of different spices. This one is called Madras Curry. It's an Indian curry which is made with turmeric and some chili. So we're toasting it with the vegetables. Now I have some ginger. I'm going to slice the ginger very thinly through. Ginger brings some brightness, brings some spiciness to the sauce, freshness. So the ginger goes with the shallots, garlic, curry. I may add a little bit of oil because the vegetables have drunk the oil on the beginning. The curry has done that too. And you can start to smell it already. It's very fragrant. It's a very strong smell. Now I have some lemongrass. I'm going to split it and then beat it like that to get a lot of flavor out of it and then slice it. So lemongrass is something also that grows in the Caribbean as well. And it brings a very delicate flavor to your sauce. We're going to put it here. And by cooking all the vegetables slowly like that, with the curry, I'm extracting all the flavors that will go into the sauce. And we let it cook for a few minutes until all the vegetable become soft. And it's important to stir it up while we are doing that because the curry has the tendency to stick to the pan. And now I'm going to add some chicken stock that has been reduced, just like that. And we have some coconut milk that is not sweet. I'm going to add now some salt to the sauce, and I'm going to bring it to boil. So when you cook a sauce with curry, right away the room is filled with all those flavors coming from the curry itself. And then the fact that we are using ginger, garlic, shallots, and lemongrass makes it even more powerful. It's about 10 to 12 minutes that the sauce is simmering. I'm going to test it and see if we have all the flavors that I want it. And it's very, very good now. It's cooked. I'm going to strain it in the pan because I will cook the snapper in the sauce a bit later. And you see we have all the vegetables in it. I'm going to press with a spoon to extract all the juice from them, all the flavors. And I'm going to keep the sauce for later to cook the fish in it. Now we are going to do a fried rice. So I have some rice. Basmati rice is very nice because it's a very delicate rice. It cooks very quickly. You can cook it also at the last minute, but if you have it in hand, it's even better. And we are going to cut an apple. So first I'm going to peel it because in our fried rice, we are going to use some fruits to make it very Caribbean-like. So we are going to cut it in small dice. We are going to make some perfect cubes out of it. Now we are going to peel and dice a banana. I'm going to split it and cut some dice out of it. And the banana being very soft, you have to be careful not to smash it. Bananas have the tendency to oxidize and become dark, exactly like the apple, so you have to cut them almost at the last minute. We have some raisins that have been in warm water, and we toasted some almonds
I'm gonna slice a scallion, and all the ingredients for the fried rice will be ready. At the same time, we will cook the snapper and prepare the fried rice. I have all the ingredients for the fried rice. The sauce has been filtered. Now I have a beautiful piece of snapper that I'm gonna season with some salt and pepper on both sides. So when you have red snapper, you don't want to eat the skin if you're going to poach the snapper or if you're going to bake it, because the skin will become kind of a chewy. So we removed it, and we are going to poach it in our sauce, and we're going to let it cook for 4 or 5 minutes. The fish is barely covered by the sauce, and I'm basting it. And when you're poaching a fish or when you're poaching something, it means that the product is immersed into the liquid. Here our snapper is into our curry sauce, and I did that to give extra flavor to the fish. We are going to do the fried rice while the fish is cooking. A little bit of vegetable oil in a pan, and then I'm going to put some of the rice. I'm gonna bring my board, and I have the scallions, the banana cut in dice, and the apples, and we are going to mix them with the rice. Also, we're gonna add the almonds and the raisins. So I took a little bit of the curry sauce from the pan where I have the fish cooking, add it to the rice, and now I'm sauteing the rice, reheating the rice with all the ingredients in it. We are going to cut some cilantro here. So what we want to do now is to color the rice a little bit. So we are going to saute it under high heat, like that. I'm going to add some of the cilantro in it. And I will keep a little bit of it also for my sauce. So what we are going to do is to plate the rice separately from the fish and the sauce. So we have the fried rice ready. The cilantro just brought a lot of freshness into it, and it had to be done at the last minute. I can even add a tiny bit more on top of it, and it's going to be bringing a lot of freshness to that rice. I finished basting the fish. To make sure that the fish is cooked, I'm going to use a skewer. I go through the flesh of the fish, and when the skewer comes back, it should be warm. It means it's cooked. So carefully with a spatula, I'm going to remove it from the pan, put it in the center, whisk the sauce. At the same time, I'm going to add some lime juice to brighten the sauce, to make it more flavorful and to cut the richness a little bit of it. And the lime is very important in that sauce. If not, the sauce will be very heavy because of the richness of the coconut milk. So we're using a lot of lime in it, and I just have to pour the sauce in a plate on top of the fish. And you want to be generous because the sauce is so good. You want to put a lot of sauce into your plate, a little bit of the cilantro, and I'm ready to eat the snapper curry and the fried rice. So the snapper has a very delicate flavor, and the sauce really complements the flavor of the fish. The lime brightens again the flavors and elevate also the qualities of our fish here. So it's really a sauce and a garnish that complements the snapper that we have. A bit of white wine, santé, cook from life.
You know, Michael Corleone got it completely wrong. All business is personal. Eric calls up and says, let's play. I play. There's certain people in your life who call you up 4 o'clock in the morning and say, meet me on the corner of Avenue D and 4th Street and bring a handgun and a stolen car, a tarpaulin and some duct tape. You don't ask why, you just go.
Sex, drugs, rock and roll and food. Today my guest, Anthony Bourdain. And everything is on the table.
Yeah.
When did you start to have problems with drugs?
Any illusions I had about being the next Paul Bocuse, chances are there were chemicals involved in that. From age 13 or 14 on, me and my friends defined ourselves by not just what records we were listening to, but what drugs we were doing, okay? So I arrived in college at age 17, like, where's the coke and the acid and whatever else?
And that was already fashionable?
No, we were sort of ahead of the curve on the cocaine thing.
What have you always wanted to do and you haven't had a chance to do yet? And I just blurted out, I want to build a wooden boat.